So today we're going to teach you how to assemble your street skateboard. We're working with a couple of different tools here today. You'll want an impact driver, a screw gun, or just a regular screwdriver depending on how much time you want to take with it. A skate key. This will handle all your major hardware points and bearing pressing, which we'll go over here in a second. And then the components you'll need to assemble a complete skateboard are the deck, very crucial, trucks, 4 wheels, 8 bearings, and 8 hardware screws with matching nuts. This is a fairly easy process. Every skateboarder should know how to do this. If you're a skateboarder and you don't know how to do this, you're really living your life wrong. So we're going to show you how to assemble your own complete skateboard today. In a previous video, I taught you how to grip the skateboard. So this deck is already gripped, but most boards that you'll buy will come without grip, so you'll need to either learn how to do that, which is what you should do, or get somebody to grip it for you. So from there, we'll start with mounting the trucks. You take your hardware. I said you'll need 8 of these because there are 8 mounting points. Just press the screws through the deck from the top. So you can see you got the hardware in the holes. Let's push these through. Now your board should look like this. From there, you'll get your trucks. We're using Century C60 regular pivot trucks. So regular pivot means the kingpin goes towards the middle of the board. From there, you'll just put the truck over the hardware like so. Do the same thing on the other side. So now your trucks are over the hardware, but you need to now attach them. This is where your nuts come in. So you hold the bottom of the, or the head of the mounting hardware, just kind of hand tighten these, and we'll tighten them down later with the screw gun. Like I mentioned before, on regular pivot trucks, kingpins face inward. If they don't, you're going to get a ride on your board that does not feel very fun. Always make sure your kingpins are facing inward. Once you've got these nuts hand tightened onto the hardware, grab your screw gun and your skate key. Tighten them down. So holding the nut on one side, like so. Take your screw gun. If you're using a screw gun, you want to make sure that the torque is set low enough so you don't strip out your hardware. Simple as that. Then you'll just do that on the remaining hardware. If you had a set of riser pads or something, you would put them in between the truck and the deck before you mounted the hardware through it. As you can see, all 4 mounting screws are tightened down, and the truck absolutely has no play. This one is hand tight, lots of play, tightened, no play whatsoever. So simply repeat the process on the second truck. There you have it. Trucks are mounted. Let's move on to the wheels. I preloaded the bearings into 7 of the 8 sides here. Like I said, you'll need 8 bearings total, 1 for each side of the wheel. But here's how you mount a bearing into a wheel if you don't have a bearing press. Use the truck axle. Take the hardware off with your skate key and just set the bearing outside down. You take the wheel on the side you're going to mount it to, put it over there, press down. The axle will keep the pressure even on the inside of the race so you don't dent your shield. And now you do that to both sides. Got bearings on both sides of the wheel. It's ready to mount. So they come with these little washers, and you'll want one on the inside and one on the outside of the wheel just to prevent any of that pressure from pinching down on the bearing. So once you've got the washers on the inside and the outside, tighten down the hardware to a point where you don't have a ton of play, but the wheel still rolls smoothly. For some extra style points here, I've got some mismatched yellow and blue burnouts wheels. A little flip-flop style, making sure the hardware or the washers are on the inside and outside of the wheel. Tightening those down. For minimal play and maximum roll. Just repeating the process with the other side. So there you have it. Got a complete skateboard now, built up from components, mounting the trucks and the wheels to a grip deck. Very simple process, a skill every skateboarder should learn, and now you've learned it. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below and we'll try to get to answering them as soon as we can. Thanks for tuning in.